Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to Business. The price of some local textiles and fabrics could shoot up in the coming months. Textile companies are trying to pass the huge costs incurred in importing cotton for production onto consumers. Sheila Tamaklo explores some of these issues in the following report.
The challenge in the cotton industry for many has gone from bad to worse. Farmers have blamed the dwindling production on poor pricing, inadequate subsidy on inputs, among other issues. According to one of the major textile manufacturers, GTP, only 30% of their raw material needs is met locally. This has led to heavy reliance on imported grey baft and cotton to support its operations. A development which a marketing manager of the company says is not sustainable.
If we source locally, the lead times are shorter. And so because of that, we are able to save on capital. When lead times are shorter, you don't need to hold huge stocks at any given point in time. But because we have to import from outside, at any point in time you have to import a lot more and hold stocks for a long period of time. And the more stocks you hold, you are locking up your capital. Number two, when you import, the cost of freight, the cost of clearing and other taxes that you pay, you don't do so when it comes to importing or buying from the local source or supplier. So again, it's beneficial to us. So we gain if we source locally. Okay, I think these are the two major advantages we get. So at the end of the day, it costs us more if we import our grey baft.
Is this importation of cotton by any chance affecting the prices of these fabrics?
Yes, it does. It does. As I said, of course, you input all your cost of production and then before you come up with your selling price. So it does.
For some industry players, the development, if not handled, could cripple the entire industry, leaving us with a situation where most of our fabrics are imported. However, the Agric Ministry is optimistic that the situation will soon change as the ministry is bringing on some Chinese investors to cultivate 2,000 hectares of cotton this year.
And the Finance Ministry says the country is likely to end the IMF program by the end of this year. Now, there have been persistent calls on whether or not the current government would continue with the program. But speaking at the Finance Ministry's engagement with some business and financial journalists in Accra on Monday, Ken Oforiatta said the country has so far met the economic indicators, and it is likely that during the next review, which is slated for April, the country's stance would be made clear.
And when you see the explanation given on the primary balance, it doesn't really matter irrespective of what it is. You can see efforts towards moving the matrix such that we really are trying hard not to borrow to support borrowing. And I think that that's an important story in and of itself. I suspect even the rebasing is going to even give us a bigger and give us technically more capacity to borrow more. But what is really critical is the payments relative to revenue. So then we come back to how much we can get our revenue bolstered, and that's why Kofi Nti is sitting here so that we can put more pressure on him. But I think that's a key issue. With regards to IMF in December 2018, that's a commitment by the presidency. I don't know. I know we have some two also prior actions we need, and about maybe 5 or so structural bank matter we need to be able to be able to do the April 9th board meeting, and we are committed to doing that, and we will do that. Then the rest of the year will be ahead of us. But I think one of the key issues really, it's the ministry working together with GRA and the Ghanaian people to really boost up our revenues. That's key. I think all of the reforms that you may have mentioned or thought of, I don't think they are things that we would not want to do anyway.
And that's business for the morning. Come away again with more business at midday. My name is Emmanuel Apuaji. Have a good morning.